Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're jumping right into something so many of us literally dream about, the journey to home ownership. We're going to explore exactly how families are successfully navigating this path, specifically in the beautiful Reno and Sparks markets. If you've ever felt like buying a home is just this massive uphill climb, you are definitely going to want to pay close attention to the strategies we're breaking down today. Let's be real for a second. Is the mortgage process overwhelming? For most folks, the honest answer is a resounding yes. We all share this universal dream of having a place to just call our own. But then, bam, that dream crashes headfirst into the daunting financial reality of confusing mortgage terms, fluctuating interest rates, and honestly, stacks of paperwork so high they basically need their own zip code. Going at it alone feels a lot like wandering through a maze, blindfolded. But here is the good news. It absolutely doesn't have to be that way. Okay, let's dive into this. At the very heart of a successful home buying journey, there's a fundamental choice you have to make. You have your standard, one-size-fits-all loan on one hand, and a strategic loan strategy on the other. That cookie-cutter model, it's rigid, and it treats every single buyer exactly the same. Northern Nevada mortgage professional Art Loera completely rejects that idea. He operates on the principle that your financial story is totally unique to you. By customizing a strategy specifically for your situation, he ensures you get the strongest possible approval with the absolute lowest amount of stress. And really, the foundation of that kind of custom strategy, it all comes down to experience. Specifically, 25 years of it. As a branch manager for PRMG, Art brings over 2.5 decades of deep historical expertise to the table. We're talking about navigating market fluctuations, economic shifts, and changing guidelines all the way back since 1999. He takes all of that knowledge and uses it to help individuals and families make what is arguably one of the most important financial decisions of their entire lives. But hey, experience alone isn't enough, right? It's about the actual results delivered. And that brings us to 168 verified 5-star reviews on the Bird Eye platform. That is an incredible track record. It's living, breathing proof of a remarkably simple core philosophy. Just do what is right for the client every single time. When you consistently put people's needs first like that, overwhelming 5-star social proof is just the natural result. So how exactly does he pull that off? Well, it really boils down to 4 guiding steps that basically act as his operating system. Step 1 is clear communication. This is huge because it directly eliminates that fear of confusion or any nasty surprises popping up. Step 2 is strategic structuring to make sure your approval strength is maxed out. Step 3 is all about fast, efficient closings because nobody wants to be stuck in limbo. And step 4, that's the ultimate goal, building a long-term relationship. It's never just a single transaction for him. It's a true partnership for your entire financial future. And part of that strategic structuring means knowing exactly which tool to pull from the toolbox. The versatility here is just immense. Whether you are a first-time homebuyer trying to lock in an FHA or conventional loan, a veteran utilizing a VA loan, maybe you're eyeing some rural property with a USDA loan, or even if you're a seasoned homeowner needing a multi-million-dollar jumbo or non-QM loan, he's got you covered. It's all about aligning the exact right loan program with your very specific goals. Moving on to Section 2. Real Reno success stories, voices from the trail. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that we get to see his actual methodology in action. Take Lauren MP, for example. She noted that Art made everything extremely easy, and she specifically pointed out that the paperwork was easy to upload and doc signing was a breeze. Think about that for a second. This attacks the single biggest pain point of buying a home, the friction. By leveraging the right tech and offering crystal clear guidance, he takes these traditionally stressful tasks and transforms them from massive headaches into an absolute breeze. But it goes way beyond just removing friction. True guidance means providing real financial education along the way. Brenda T. specifically highlighted how Art was easy to talk to and a great help in understanding the financial aspect of buying a home. You see, his approach isn't just handing you a giant stack of papers and pointing to where you need to sign. It is about empowerment. Taking the time to ensure you thoroughly understand the complex financial side of things, that completely removes the anxiety of the unknown. And home ownership should be accessible to everyone. Language should absolutely never be a barrier. Client Alejandro V. praised the excelente trabajo, mucha paciencia y dedicación, which translates to excellent work, lots of patience and dedication. This is a beautiful showcase of his bilingual capabilities in action, ensuring that patient, totally accessible guidance is available to a much broader demographic of families in the area. When you zoom out and look at the broader pattern across the whole region, these recurring themes just keep popping up. You've got clients like Michelle in Sparks praising his continuous professional contact. Then buyers like Armando in Reno highlighting how well the whole process is explained and just how attentive the service is. Gustavo in Sparks echoed that exact same sentiment about friendliness. It demonstrates this remarkably consistent track record. No matter who the client is or where they are in northern Nevada, that high standard of prompt, attentive professionalism remains exactly the same. Which brings us to Section 3, your partner for life beyond the closing table. And this brilliantly illustrates a really crucial point. Getting those keys at the closing table is truly just the beginning. The ultimate goal is a lifelong partnership. Take Robert W.N., who noted that art is great to work with and that a second refinance actually changed his life, making his financial situation so much better. A mortgage isn't just a monthly bill you pay and forget about. It's a dynamic financial tool. When you're guided by a seasoned professional who gets the long-term strategy, navigating the market as your needs evolve can literally be life-changing for your family's stability. So, are you ready to start your homeownership journey? As we've seen throughout this explainer, the trail to buying a home doesn't have to be some dark, overwhelming maze of stress. With clear communication, strategic structuring, and a dedicated expert right by your side, it becomes a very clear, totally navigable path. So, I'm going to leave you with this final thought to chew on. What if the only thing actually standing between you and your dream home isn't the crazy housing market, but simply choosing the right guide to walk the trail with you? Thanks so much for joining us, and I really hope this empowers you to take that first step with total confidence.